Coming up tonight on Primetime Local News, the CEO of Synergy Credit Union is today's Rotary guest, plus the Bandits continue their playoff run. And a fraud prevention session is today in Lloydminster.
Primetime Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
The Rotary Club of Lloydminster had the CEO of Synergy Credit Union as the special guest at their weekly meeting today. Synergy CEO Trevor Beaton spoke about the credit union's potential merger with two other Saskatchewan credit unions. Beaton says once the plan is approved by the board, the voting stage will begin.
Synergy's been working on a potential merger with Cornerstone Credit Union and Connexus Credit Union for the last number of months. We're just finishing off our due diligence and business case phase right now, and assuming that it's approved by our boards, we'll move towards recommendation and hopeful June vote here very shortly.
Beaton says the merger will not hinder any services the credit union offers and will help them invest in better technology as well as community organizations and services.
I think there's a lot of back office efficiencies that we can find with technology costs, our regulatory costs. Those are things that I don't think many members find as very valuable, those costs that they're there. We don't plan to change anything when it comes to the member service that we do across the desk from you every day. And with that, it would give a lot of ability for us to reinvest in stronger technology and expertise going forward. So we're excited about the possibilities this can bring.
A vote will be held for credit union members to decide if the merger should happen. The merger will go through if over 75% of votes are favorable. The Legacy Center hosted consumer protection expert Julie Matthews to educate attendees on fraud prevention and the new scams circulating. Abby St. John has more.
Family and Community Support Services of Lloydminster invited Julie Matthews to speak on the different types of scams and to protect oneself from becoming a victim.
We'll talk about things like don't click on a link, think before you click. A lot of fraudsters are pretending to be companies, the government, people we know to try and get us to click the link to steal our information financially or personally.
With technology evolving, programs like AI are making it easier to scam people, especially over the phone.
Artificial intelligence is really supercharging scams as well. So now take something like the grandparent scam, where a fraudster calls someone and pretends to be a family member in trouble. Now with artificial intelligence technology, they might actually sound like your family member's voice when they call you.
As a former TV journalist, Matthews has spoken to many victims of fraud and their families and have listened to their stories of losing everything to a scam. This is the reason she travels to spread awareness of fraud prevention.
To me, that's made me kind of passionate about trying to spread that word and that education, because information is power. Police and RCMP are doing the best job they can, but there are so many scams and so much fraud worldwide attacking us from every angle. And so fraud prevention education is going to be our biggest weapon to try and help police to sort of slow down the scammers.
The biggest takeaway from this is that anybody can fall victim to a scam and to keep up to date with how to prevent it from happening.
It's really important for people to know that a scam can happen to anyone, and make sure that you support the people that are most vulnerable in your life. Talk to them about the scams and frauds that are out there, because if we don't educate them, it's very, very likely they might become a victim.
Abby St. John, Primetime Local News.
It's time now for Retrospect. Here's Nick Hott.
This week on Retrospect, we travel back to the year 1997 for a look into a charity event for the Ronald McDonald House called McHappy Day.
How are you this morning? Today is McDonald's McHappy Day. $1 from each Big Mac goes towards McDonald's charities.
It's McHappy Day, a fundraising drive for Ronald McDonald's children's charities. Most of the money gets pumped right back into the community.
We are now at McHappy Day in McDonald's for Country 108 CKSA. I'm Bryce Tarzan.
This year, the money goes to the Lloydminster Health District to buy equipment. A number of local celebrities strapped on aprons to help out. Hey, it's Greg Buchanan. So Greg, you still doing sports in a few minutes?
Oh, yeah. We'll find some time for it. There we go, Richard.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks a lot.
For every Big Mac gobbled up today, $1 of the purchase price goes towards Ronald McDonald Children's Charity. And the good thing is, 75 cents of that dollar stays local. Let's check out what's happening at the drive-thru.
Could you please give me your social insurance number?
Pardon me?
Your social insurance number, sir.
Josh, is that you?
I don't know any Josh, sir. We're just trying to have a McHappy Day here at McDonald's.
All right, I'll get a Big Mac meal, please.
The entire meal?
Do you know what you're doing?
Not a clue. How are you this morning?
Josh didn't mess up any orders or give out any free food, but he did have the manager worried. I don't think he'll be getting Employee of the Month. This is the 11th annual McHappy Day for the local restaurant.
Community's behind it. I think it's a good cause. It makes it a great fun day for everybody, and it's successful for the recipients of the funds.
Another successful McHappy Day. The Lloydminster franchise hopes to break $7,500 by the end of the day. Richard Ozero, NewsHour.
Next, we jump forward to the year 2001 for a look into an event that was to commemorate the old Holy Rosary High School before it was retrofitted.
It marks the end of an era. The food, the band, and the slideshow signaled the end of a school that had been in the hearts of Border City residents for 16 years.
We're going to miss how it's so small. We're going to be a lot more spread out, and we won't necessarily be able to see everybody that we usually see on a daily basis.
With the opening of the new Holy Rosary, the old school is to be retrofitted for the new generation of elementary students set to burst through its halls in September. This event was a way of saying goodbye to a school that had shared a rich past with the people who had been a part of it.
The interaction with some of the older students, I spent a lot of time coaching here. The staff, certainly the staff, and then the relationships that I've developed over the years with certainly a large number of staff members here. And just the feel for being in a high school that's as vibrant as this one has been. It's a very, very busy place. It's very, very hectic, and there's always something going on. And I'm going to miss that. I guess I'm just going to miss the pace and the fact that things are always happening.
While Bob is staying on as vice principal, most staff and students are heading over to the new facility and sharing in the excitement of some new halls to roam.
Well, I've only been here for about 2 years, but it's been a blast here. But I'm pretty excited about the new school because it's a new environment and just change and different. It's going to be a lot bigger and more exciting.
This celebration here at the old school is to bring former students and current students together, along with staff, to share in the memories and good times that have been a part of Holy Rosary High School.
It's kind of sad to leave all the great memories behind here, but I'm really excited for all the new students. I wish I was back in high school to go to the brand new school.
And in the tradition that it is so well known for, Holy Rosary came together again as a community to say a final farewell. Joe Chawla, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week of Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consulate.
I'm joined now with Abby St. John, and we're going to get our first look at the weather. We're officially into spring now, and it's looking pretty nice out today.
We're in that period of time where technically it is spring, but we're still feeling the effects of winter, so it's gross and then nice and then gross, and it's that mixture. Today wasn't too bad. It was a little bit more cloudy, but then those clouds started to break as the day did go on, so not too bad. It is +5, so we are above 0, which is very nice. Feels closer to +2 with the wind chill, but still above 0, which is lovely. Wind not too bad, 13 kilometers per hour, and like I said, a little bit of mix of sun and cloud, mostly cloudy during the morning, but then those clouds did start to break as the day went on, which was nice to see. Current temperatures in Alberta, nice conditions out in Vegreville and Edmonton, 12 in Edmonton, 10 in Vegreville, 5 in Cold Lake, 9 in Lac La Biche and in Wainwright, 6 in Bonnyville and Marwayne, 7 in St. Paul, 8 also out in Provost and Vermilion, and in Saskatchewan, 6 up in Isle Cross, 5 in Pearsland, Green Lake, Meadow Lake, and in St. Walburg, 8 in Macklin, and 4 in Maidstone and in North Battleford. Overnight tonight, North Battleford will drop down to -3. Clear skies. The only thing is the wind will pick up just a bit to 17 kilometers per hour, but other than that, it should be a nice evening out. Into tomorrow, a daytime high of 8 degrees. It will be a little bit more cloudier, 17 kilometer per hour wind, so not too bad, but that high of 8 is quite nice to see. Overnight tonight in Cold Lake, -3 will be the low. Clear skies as well, 17 kilometer per hour wind, so that's really the only thing. It should be a nice evening otherwise. Into tomorrow should be a very nice day. A high of 10 degrees, 15 kilometer per hour wind, so it may feel a little bit cooler than that 10, but it is still going to be nice mix of sun and cloud. Overnight tonight in Lloydminster, -2 will be our low. That wind will pick up to 24 kilometers per hour, so it will be quite breezy this evening. Otherwise, it will be clear. Into tomorrow, 6 a.m. clear skies, -1, 19 kilometer per hour winds. They'll pick up a little bit to 20 around noon time. +6 will be the temperature around noon. Partially sunny. That will remain till 6 p.m. 8 degrees, 13 kilometer per hour winds. And then by midnight, it will be cloudy, high of 3 and the 13 kilometer per hour winds. Over the next 3 days, we will get up to a high of 9 tomorrow with a low of -1. On Wednesday, expect quite cloudy conditions, pretty thick cloud cover with a high of +5, low of -3. And then on Thursday, it cools off just a little bit below zero at a high of -1, low of -7. And there's about a 55% chance of a little bit of snow in the morning. Otherwise, it should just be a cloudy day. Over the next 3 days, that is what we are looking at. And then we are potentially seeing more snow later on this week as well. But that is the first look at your weather forecast. We'll have more news coming up after the break.
The Lloydminster Classic Oilfield Junior B Bandits are in the NEABHJL Finals against the defending champions, the Wainwright Bisons. Our Thomas Wildman has more on the series so far.
The Lloydminster Bandits have had an excellent playoff run with sellout crowds throughout all their rounds for the final season in the Centennial Civic Centre.
Without the community support, this team wouldn't be where it is. And for me, it was a moment of immense pride in that Game 7 against Vermilion. There was almost pretty close to 1,400 people in this arena, and that was what we talked about in the room. Is we're not just doing it for us.
The NEAJBHL Finals started off with the Bandits winning both Game 1 and 2 in Wainwright. Game 3 in the Border City didn't go the Bandits' way, as the Bisons would get their first win of the series 5-2. The Bandits were looking to take back control of the series in Game 4, but the Bisons played a hard-hitting, aggressive game and shut out the Bandits in a 3-0 victory to even up the series.
It's a veteran team on the other side. They've won 7 years in a row, so they're going to have a good pushback. It seemed like tonight when we had the wheels going and everything like that, we just couldn't get a bounce, and a couple of little costly errors, and they capitalized. So kudos to them for coming back and getting the series back 2-2. So
Game 5 in Wainwright was another win for the Bisons, which sets up the final game for the Bandits in the Civic Centre as a must-win on Thursday night. Thomas Wildman, Primetime, Local News.
A local fitness instructor just launched her fitness classes at Viking Strength that incorporate yoga and Zumba to help boost your energy and have all fun while getting fit. Our Randy Cormish got the opportunity to speak with the instructor to learn more about her classes.
Today I'm joined by Lisa Kempton, who is a group fitness instructor, and today we're going to be talking about the classes that she offers. So thank you so much for joining me today, Lisa. Could you start off by telling me a bit about your fitness classes and everything that you offer?
Sure. I offer a variety of group fitness classes that focus on movement, mindfulness, and of course fun. My classes include yoga, which focuses on building strength, flexibility, and balance, and Zumba, which is a high-energy dance fitness program that feels more like a party than a workout. Each class is designed to be inclusive and to suit all fitness levels.
Okay, perfect. And what inspired you to start these classes?
Well, I've always been really passionate about movement and helping others feel good in their own bodies. Earlier in life, I really struggled to find a way to be active in a space that was all inclusive and that really was fun and changed how I thought about working out. So teaching yoga and Zumba gave me the opportunity to create a supportive, welcoming, uplifting space where people can connect, people can have fun, they can be themselves, they can build confidence, they can build their physical well-being, their mental well-being, and of course, just prioritize their mental and physical health.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, yeah, that kind of leads into my next question. Could you tell me a bit about your background in fitness and yoga?
Well, I stumbled across Zumba probably about 16 years ago. I've been teaching Zumba and yoga for about 15 years. Um, and it honestly changed my life, not only my physical well-being, but my mental health as well. Um, I continue to invest in my education every year. As a hairstylist by trade, I absolutely love creating experiences that help people feel their best. I'll also be adding somatic yoga. I'll be taking a training in Calgary at the end of April. Um, and it focuses on deepening the mind-body connection through plyometrics, primal movements, and of course, traditional yoga. Yeah, my ongoing commitment to learning really helps me bring fresh new techniques and just keeps me current in the fitness world.
Wow, awesome. And then, yeah, what makes your program different or unique compared to others?
I would say what sets my classes apart is the balance of a challenge, but also support. So whether it's Zumba or yoga, I create a judgment-free space where everyone feels welcome no matter their fitness level or abilities. I emphasize mindful movement, so encouraging people to listen to their bodies while still pushing themselves in a way that feels good for them. My goal is to make each class not just a workout, but an experience that leaves people feeling energized, confident, and empowered. And the community is really what makes it for me. So the people at the classes are amazing. You might think you're just coming for a workout, but you might just leave with a new lifelong friend. So everyone here is really great and supportive.
Wow, that sounds awesome. And then, yeah, where are people able to sign up to join your classes?
People can sign up through Viking Strength. We're offering 9 a.m. group fitness classes. The first week of classes from today, March 24th to March 28th, is free, giving everyone a chance to experience the benefits of these classes firsthand. I also invite people to join my Facebook group, Zumba and Yoga with Lisa, where I post different videos of choreography, little snippets, as well as any class updates or pop-up classes.
Okay, amazing. And then, yeah, is there just anything else you wanted to add for people that may be interested in attending your classes?
Um, just do it. All it takes is 10 seconds of insane courage to try something new and you won't regret it. Honestly, it's open to all levels. It's just about having fun and moving your body in a way that feels good for you. So join the party. You won't regret it.
Awesome, yeah. And yeah, that was all the questions I had for you today, Lisa. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this. And I appreciate you telling me about the classes that you offer.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, love.
Now let's take a look at your pets of the day.
Send photos of your pet and their name to have them featured on Pet of the Day.
Rocking Lloydminster is Glass Tiger as they bring their roar to the Vig Juba on April 7th for their This Island Earth tour. Our Starte Lazo has more with keyboardist Sam Reed to learn more.
Today I'm joined by Glass Tiger keyboardist Sam Reed to talk about their upcoming concert here in Lloydminster. Thank you so much for joining me today, Sam.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Perfect, thank you. And so first, I want to ask, how has the tour been for you guys so far?
Well, it's been great. We did a few weeks before Christmas and then took a break. And then we just, in the last week, started the second half of the tour. So we did some shows in Ontario, and I just got back from Halifax last night. We finished 3 shows in the East Coast, and now we are heading west and we pick it up in Vancouver and Victoria, and then head towards Alberta.
Awesome. It's like a lot of hustling and bustling. It sounds very fun.
It's good. It's nice to a tour has a different momentum, and and it's been a while since we've done a consecutive tour across Canada, and it's great because you kind of get into tour mode, and the show kind of clicks along, and we get to spend a few weeks crossing Canada, which is always fun, and hopefully the weather cooperates because we're driving a lot.
And so, how long will the tour go on for?
We are on the road now. The last show that we do is April 14th in Thunder Bay, and that's us getting back to Ontario, and then the tour ends there for this part, and then we take a little bit of time off, just a little bit of April, and then May we come back and do some shows. In the summer we do a lot of festival weekend shows.
That sounds lovely. And so you guys are coming down here to Lloydminster on April 7th at Cheers Live. And so what can fans expect from your guys' upcoming concert here?
Well, the tour is called This Island Earth, and it's a song that was on one of our records back in the early 80s, and we've always loved the song. We haven't performed it in many years, and we thought it would make a perfect title for the tour. So we're performing, it's a little different than what we normally do at festivals. There's a couple of songs that we haven't performed in many, many years. We've added to the show. There's some sort of breakdown moments where we do some acoustics things in the middle, and so a few surprises here and there. And then, of course, we're going to play all the songs that people like to sing along with, and we love them to sing along. So we're looking forward to playing all the Glass Tiger songs that people like.
That's lovely, yeah. And so, speaking of fans, how can fans get involved or participate in the tour, whether through meet and greets or other activities?
Well, we are doing some meet and greets after the show. Each show we have. So if you go onto the glasstiger.ca website, there are meet and greet VIP add-ons. So if you have a concert ticket, you can add this VIP thing, which our tour manager comes out after the show and brings you back, and we get pictures. You get a signed poster, and so that's a nice, fun little add-on. And then, of course, our socials, everything is on our socials. So if you go to our Instagram or our Facebook page, there's always the latest information about the band, and we're getting to meet a lot of fans after the show on these little private meet and greets as well. So that's been a lot of fun.
And you mentioned festivals earlier that you guys do in the summertime. And so after all this, is there anything else or any projects or events that fans should be on the lookout for?
Well, certainly the summer, and it's changing because they're still adding shows. But if you look at the band's website, glasstiger.ca, the current show listings are always there. So if there's a festival that fans can get to, we'd love to see you. The list is always changing. So we just got a new show added like this morning for the summer. So things are starting to firm up for the summer. But the best place to find that is the website, because we keep that up to date and current, and that way fans can always know kind of where we are across the country. And and we hope forward. After the summer, we're going to take a little bit of time off in November, and then we start again. We'll do probably some more touring in 2026, which is 2026 is going to be a special year for us because it's going to be our 40th anniversary then. So.
Awesome. And so thank you so much for chatting with me today about your guys' upcoming concert, which once again will be at Cheers Live on April 7th. And yeah, thank you so much, Sam.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you very much for taking the time, and we hope to see you in Lloydminster.
Coming up after the break, Abby St. John will give us another look at the weather.
Taking a final look at our weather forecast, it's 5 degrees here in Lloydminster. Very nice day out today. 5 also out in Marwayne and Cold Lake, 10 in Vegreville, and 12 out in Edmonton, so nice conditions out there. 9 degrees in Lac La Biche and Wainwright, 8 in Vermilion and Provost, and 7 in St. Paul. And in Saskatchewan, 6 up in Isle Cross and Pierceland, 5 degrees in Green Lake, Meadow Lake, and in St. Walburg, 8 in Macklin, and 4 in Maidstone and in North Battleford. Overnight tonight in North Battleford, it will drop down to -3 as the low. It will be clear skies, so it is going to be a nice evening out. However, that wind's going to be a little bit high at 17 kilometers per hour. Overnight tonight in Cold Lake, same deal as North Battleford. Clear skies, -3 is the low, and 17 kilometer per hour wind, so it shouldn't be too bad of an evening out tonight, which is nice to see. More overnight temperatures across the region, a little bit more worser conditions in some areas. -2 in Meadow Lake and Bonnyville, -3 in Provost and in Paradise Hill, and -1 out in Isle Cross. In Meadow Lake, there's about a 60% chance of a couple evening showers this evening. Isle Cross, about a 58% chance of a mix of rain or snow showers early on in the evening. Otherwise, the rest of the areas will either be clear or mainly clear. Bonnyville, there's about a 40% chance of a shower early as well. More overnight temperatures and a little bit less cloud coverage as well. -3 in Murnum and in Wainwright, -2 in Pierceland and Calgary, and -4 out in Unity. And most of those areas are sitting quite clear. Winds picking up a little bit in Unity at 20 kilometers per hour. And then in Calgary, there is about a 65% chance of a snow shower later this evening. Overnight tonight here in Lloydminster, -2 will be our low for this evening, and that wind will pick up to 24 kilometers per hour. Otherwise, it will be clear out tonight. So besides the wind, it should be a nice evening out. Over the next 7 days, tomorrow a high of +9 and a low of -1, so it is going to be a nice day out tomorrow. Mix of sun and cloud. On Wednesday, it's going to be quite cloudy, high of 5, low of -3. And then we get a little cooler on Thursday with a high of -1, low of -7, with a 55% chance of some snow in the morning. Snow is predicted on Friday, about 6 to 12 centimeters. So it is going to be quite snowy on Friday with a high of -4, low of -11. On Saturday, it is going to be low clouds in the sky with a high of -3, low of -10. On Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud at the high of 0, low of -9. And Monday, to start your week back off with the high of 0, low of -5. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag this week. Temperatures are still not too bad, a little bit above 0. And if it is below 0, it's not super cold, getting colder to -4, I think is the coldest it said. So it's not going to be too bad besides the little bit of snow Thursday and Friday. It's looking up to be a nice week.
And yeah, it's like you mentioned, you know, this season it's back and forth, and that is kind of what we're seeing with that snow and everything. But that's all the time we have for Primetime Local News. Thanks for joining us.